It was the most amazing thing to be able to share screen space with Shah Rukh. I mean, he's so charismatic, so eloquent, very charming, humble, down to earth at the same time, and mostly he's very, very hardworking. I didn't understand the gravity and the magnitude. I think even till today, it hasn't hit me so much. Salman Khan films had stumbled upon. They had stumbled upon this one video that I had done where, it wasn't a Laavni, but it was a Marathi song number that actually had done really exceedingly well. Hey guys, this is Waluscha and you're watching me on Movie Talkies. It was the most amazing thing to be able to share screen space with Shah Rukh. I mean, he's so charismatic, so eloquent, very charming, humble, down to earth at the same time, and mostly he's very, very hardworking and a complete family man. I mean, he couldn't stop talking about his kids when we were shooting. So I think it's very endearing to see a mega star work so really hard and get into the skin of a character, yet somebody who is, trying to divide his time between his family, between shooting a ad film simultaneously. There's a lot going on. So it's very endearing to see that. And I think the one thing that I learned coming out of, the sets of Fan is that you need to give 100% to what you're doing. There is no room for 99.9%. It has to be 100%. You have to be completely in there in that moment, and nothing else should matter. That is the only way to success. I think it was very fascinating, but I think till date I haven't understood the magnitude of what I was doing, because it's so larger than life that you can't fathom, you can't relate. So I think till today I don't realize the gravity of what I was getting into, So, maybe if I did it today, I would be a lot more nervous. When I was at that point, I just accepted it for whatever it was. And when I look back today, I'm thinking, I actually did this. It seemed like a dream there, when I was engaged in my work at that point. But I think I didn't understand the gravity and the magnitude. I think even till today, it hasn't hit me so much. I think that was in my destiny, possibly, because that's not something I went looking for. I just, went to meet the casting director to say, hi, I'm Waluscha and mujhe kaam karna hai. And she told me, put this, I have this audition and will you audition for me? So I said, मुझे ये नहीं पता था कि YRF के साथ है या Manish Sharma is the director. मुझे ये भी पता नहीं था कि it was opposite Shah Rukh Khan. I just did this audition and they liked the audition. And only after they said okay, and I got the role, they then revealed that it is with YRF and it is with, opposite Shah Rukh Khan. So yes, of course, was a great opportunity working with YRF, working with Shah Rukh Khan, working with stalwarts in the industry. It set the bar so high for me. And I will never forget working on my first day on shoot. The common quality between the two of them, and I think that is what takes to make a superstar. And takes to keep a superstar at the top for 30 years is hard work. There's not a day that you cannot give 100% to your work. You got to really love your work. You got to love the audience that you're working for, and everything is you're doing to please an audience, and it's just hard work that takes you all the way. I don't think it's such a big cultural crossover because I'm from Goa and it is a coastal belt, right? So we speak Konkani here in Maharashtra, we speak Marathi, and there is a lot of similarities. So even growing up in Goa, I have also danced the mando and I have also danced all these things. So it wasn't very difficult for me to connect. When I was younger, I also did a music video where it was a Maharashtrian music video. I think that is something that maybe Salman Khan films had stumbled upon. They had stumbled upon this one video that I had done where, it wasn't a Laavni, but it was a Marathi song number that actually had done really exceedingly well. So I think that's where the thought came in, the opportunity came in. Waluscha, do you want to do this? It will be good. And you pass off for Maharashtrian. So I said, why not? The audience defines the success because audience challenges a director and a producer and an actor, especially with OTT. Because at every point, you want to know how to engage the audience. Today, as you know, the audience has a remote in their hand. They can forward whenever they want, or they can just switch and say, this is something that we're not interested in. So I think it's something that challenges us to keep the audience engaged at every point in time. I think the formula with Crackdown 2 also is, and season 1 of Crackdown and 2, first of all, it's an action genre. तो OTT में बहुत सारा नहीं, there's not so much of action. So of course this was not only action. I think हमारे जो episodes थे वो भी कुछ 25-30 minutes के थे. तो काफ़ी सारी cliff hangers थे, काफ़ी सारी twists थे plot में. So I think that kept the audience engaged. I think, and in sincerity in your script, dialogue delivery या जो हमारे writers थे, तो dialogues जो हैं वो connect कर सकते हैं. ऐसा नहीं है कि there's a dialogue that is far-fetched. Everything is very real. I think our audience, especially the consumer audience for OTT, is hungry for something new as well. Like I said to you before, a thriller and action is not explored yet so much with OTT. So giving the audience something that is not there. I think I also have to say कि वो Jio पे stream हुआ था, and Jio is free to watch. I think marketing wise also makes a big difference. It was a season of IPL. There are lots of people watching it. I mean, after Crackdown season 2 released, wherever I went, whether it is the watchman in my building, or it was the Uber driver, or it was the girls working at the salon, people have really taken interest and watched it. And they've loved it. I think, like I said, wo formula, it was 30 minutes. So it's not like you're leaving the audience ke, ab kya hoga? And not like, yaar, bas ho gaya abhi. Bahut stretch kiya. That didn't happen. It's the feedback that one gets from the audiences, honestly. The number of views, the number of shares, I guess, the amount of word of mouth that goes around. So yes, you're right, where there is no number to define the success, but the audience is so powerful. They will reach out, they will make a success out of a show. And I guess the many times that it's viewed, there is a way of course, getting information to know. Season 1 did well, but season 2 has done phenomenally well. And we understand that by the reactions of the audience, how far it has reached, how many people actually reach out to you, So I think that is very important. And that sort of gives us an idea of, has it, Crackdown season 1, it was a gamble. It was one of those, do I do it, do I not do it? It's a negative character. Not all actors are very drawn to playing a negative character, but I think it came at a time where I was actually looking for work that would interest me, or sort of shake things around. And then came this opportunity. I mean, I had two choices, right? One is to take it, and the other one is to not take it. And I believe an opportunity knocks only once. And when Apurva told me about this character, मुझे कहीं ना कहीं ऐसा लगा कि मैं कुछ कर सकती हूँ इसको लेके, that the audience will sit up and watch, or take notice. So I went into it blindly, and it paid off. So yes, a lot of work started coming in post Crackdown. I think thoda bahut hum liberty le sakte hain. I think, but mostly we have to keep it very real to what a raw agent is, or what an ISI agent is. I don't think any ISI agent is glamorous, like the way I was presented. But I think most important was the plot, कि ये सब matter नहीं करता है, because the plot was so engaging, the characters were so engaging, that people didn't want to get into a controversy. The consumer was very happy with what they received. I think that is mainly because of the plot of the series. So I think everything else did take a backseat. Oh, I think it's very difficult. And if anybody tells you that it's easy, I don't think anybody will tell you, first of all, that it's easy, because it's very, very difficult. Because you're just a name, and there are so many people who want to work, and are looking for opportunities. So you're just another name. You have to knock on doors. You have to connect with casting directors. Fortunately, today we have got agencies that do a lot of knocking on doors for you, but it's definitely very tough, especially if you're coming from the outside and you don't know anybody. Then to have that footing and put your foot into the industry, certainly very difficult. But I think most important is you need to believe in yourself, because it can shatter you. Because in 100 no's, there's one yes. Honestly, well, 100 is a big figure, but honestly, you will get 10 no's, and that one will be a yes. So sometimes it shatters your belief in yourself. You think, what am I doing? I know I want to act. I know this is what excites me. I know I can deliver. But why is it not happening? So I think it's important to continue to believe in yourself. A lot of people tell you a lot of things, especially when you're trying to make it in this industry. No, yeah, you're too fair. Yeah, you're too pretty. Nahi hoga. Negative role. Please, yeah, your face is different. Okay, so if my face is different, give me a different role. But that doesn't happen. So a lot of people tell you a lot of things, thinking that they're giving you advice, but it breaks your model somewhere. So I think self-belief is important. Future wish list, I think I've said this so many times, and I really hope I manifest it in some way. But I've grown up watching Sanjay Leela Bhansali, whether it is Days of Khamoshi and whether it is Devdas and the characters Paro and Deva. I have it all. I've watched it so many times. I can literally enact. So his cinema is just breathtaking. Everything from his set design to his music to his women, the way they're portrayed, I think it's just magical. And I would love to be part of that magic, and it would be a dream come true. And then, of course, we have Karan Johar and his cinema. And these are all directors that just take you to a very different land altogether. And I've grown up watching all this cinema, so yeah, it would be fantastic. Any actor that I would like to pair with, for me, it's who the director sees me with, but I think there are so many actors. I would love to do something with Shah Rukh Khan all over again. We have the Akshay Kumars, the Saif Ali Khans that are fantastic with great screen presence, and each one brings something different. But if you're talking about the current lot, I think there's Ranveer Singh, so yeah.